ready?
Okay. I'm ready.
Here we go.
Rita Lombardi, 8 Kings Road. Monday marks the 2-year anniversary of the brutal murder of John O'Keefe, a Boston police officer. The murder investigation by the Canton and the Mass State Police of this highly respected Boston police officer should have been flawless. Instead, it was highly irregular and flawed, and yet fiercely defended by Norfolk District Attorney Michael Morrissey in his highly unusual and unethical August 25th, chock full of inaccurate statements made to the public. Instead of responsible and investigative reporting by mainstream media, their reporting was minimal and completely biased against Karen Reed. To anyone reading the case filings conflicted with what the media reporting and contributed to the tremendous turmoil within our community. Canton is a beautiful and historic town, but the handling of this murder case and the subsequent gaslighting has torn families and lifelong friends apart in the most unimaginable ways. Everyone in our town has been impacted by this, myself included, and in ways that may never be revealed. For those who get their news from mainstream media or who chose to wait for Karen's March trial, there is great news. Last week, the United States Attorney's Office communicated to the defense and the prosecution that there has been an ongoing federal investigation of the Norfolk District Attorney's Office and the investigation of this murder. The United States Attorney's Office advised that, in good conscience, they, the feds, cannot allow Karen Reed to go to trial. The United States Attorney's Office will provide the results of their federal investigation by the end of next week, if not sooner. The feds have the indisputable facts. Karen Reed is factually innocent and she will be exonerated, but she will never be able to get back the last 2 years of her life or the love of her life. I'm sharing this information tonight because mainstream media has failed to report accurately. We have a town in turmoil and who are about to learn the truth, which is going to expose us to significant lawsuits. A few weeks ago, Chief Rafferty was here asking for funding for $240,000 for a brand new kitchen and to replace an already existing fence behind the Canton Police Department. It seems to me that with impending lawsuits from this murder investigation, it would be prudent if we reevaluated priorities. Thank you. 15 seconds.
Leadership, the action of leading a group of people or organization. Leaders help motivate others, provide guidance, build morale, improve the work environment, and initiate action. One would want many of the following in a leader. Effective communication would be a key component to any leader. Examples of what not to do would be calling anyone a fucking random citizen, publicly saying that's not true during a meeting, implying people are lying, when the facts are what they had presented, cutting off public comments. We hope they are able to exhibit accountability, responsibility, to hold themselves and others accountable and take action for their mistakes. We need leaders with long-term thinking to be visionary, to understand the need for continued change and to be open to trying new approaches to solve problems and improve the process. A reply such as "always been this way" is hardly very visionary. Emotional stability. Leaders exercise good control and regulation over their own behavior and are able to tolerate frustration and stress. Leaders should be able to cope with changes in the environment without having intense emotional reaction. This one seems a little on the self-explanatory side. From where I'm sitting, the wrong individuals are sitting in the right seats. Leadership is coming from, as John Connolly referred to as, the fucking random citizens. We haven't made this personal. You have. You owe our community an apology for making this so hard, for taking up our time, for not taking us serious, for getting mad when we simply asked questions. An apology for willfully putting us in harm's way in hopes to lower the numbers willing to stand and speak the truth. I am sure our strength and ability to unite has surprised you all. It does for me every single week. We are not your enemy. We are your citizens. You owe me an apology for not knowing the bylaws, for enforcing ones that are not there, for not knowing or using the ones that would have given you the right to overrule the bylaw that put your citizens in danger. You owe me an apology for not listening to my fear and my concern that I was sharing in the last meeting, for not valuing the safety of me or the safety of my family or the safety of anyone in this room. We do not have to give our addresses. It is not in the bylaws.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.